Hello, everybody, and I would like to thank my wonderful subscribers. Hello, everybody, and welcome to video 6 of building the Yado Police Prison Island. So, yeah. Today, we are starting on the second part of that building. So, yeah. You will notice that I do have hiccups. So yeah, you guys are just gonna have to deal with that. I'm sorry. But you know what? Let's just try to get into this right here, right now, by building this prisoner's body. Hey, here we are. Oh, and today I want to talk to you guys about what happened today. Now, if you saw video number, what was it? Video number 5, you would already know what I'm probably gonna talk about. I am gonna talk about what happened today during shift period, where I had my CSE project. So, okay. Where's the piece of, oh, here, the spoon. That was in her right hand. Okay. But, okay. So, remember last time how I talked about my team? My team sucks. Yeah, it does. My team, honestly, sucks. Now, yesterday, I wasn't able to talk about them in much detail. Mostly because we didn't really talk to each other, and we didn't really do anything together. But, now, I have more notes on them, because I had to spend a whole 2 hours working with them to come up with 3 things that our team needed. We needed 1, a team name. 2, we needed a slogan, a tagline, a catchphrase, something, a sentence or a couple words that let people know who we are. So yeah. And we also had to come up with a logo. Basically, that is an icon that would represent us as a group. And, guess who did all the work? Me. I pretty much did all the work. Yeah, okay, I don't mean to be rude, because I'm pretty sure there was one other person who actually was working a bit harder. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. It felt like I was the only person coming up with ideas. Because, okay, so the teacher tells us to do all of that, and she tells the leader of the group to make a Doodle Drive where we put all of our work in. And basically, we would all have access to that Doodle Drive. And now, the person who is the team leader, she seems a bit confused on how to do that. Or at least, he seemed confused about how to give everybody access. So, I am the technical director, which means, I worked on the technical stuff. I worked on, the website, and, stuff like that. So I say, oh, give it to me. I'll try to do it. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not that good at technology. I really am not. I just really wanted an easy job. So I picked what I thought I would be good at, which is Doodle Sites. That is a Doodle application that lets you make websites. So yeah, I picked it for that reason alone, okay? But anyway, I tried to figure it out, and it's pretty hard. Eventually, I call over the teacher, and I asked her, oh hey teach, can you help me figure out how to do this? And she does, and we all managed to figure it out. Or well, the teacher did at least. So, wait, what? This is not the right size. It doesn't fit all the way. Oh, I must have gotten it confused. Okay, I guess this wasn't the right piece for this part. Okay, so, yeah. Anyway, we figured out how to make a Doodle Drive that we all have access to. And after that, we have to start coming up with ideas for a Yodo. Because that is what we decided to work on first. And, I decide, okay, I'm okay at making symbols and icons and all that. I'll come up with an idea. So, yeah. Let me, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is weird. Why is it not looking good? Oh, maybe it's supposed to go a bit more over here. Okay, that works. I just had it wrong. Okay. But yeah, I decide that, okay, I can make an OK Yodo by using Doodle slides and putting on shapes onto Doodle slides. And I decide, okay, what should I do? I should do a cell phone, because if you don't remember, the whole point of this entire project is to talk about how social media addiction is bad and stuff. So yeah, I decide, okay, I am gonna make an image of a cell phone, and the cell phone is gonna have hands coming out of it, big, scary, claw hands, the kind you would see on, a scary horror movie shadow monster. That type of thing. So yeah, it took a while to make, but I managed to, make something that kinda looks like my idea. It wasn't perfect, but it was definitely a decent first image of what I was trying to do. So anyway, I decide to show everybody, and they're like, okay, that looks pretty cool. So yeah. Everybody thought it looked okay. But while we were doing that, we also had to come up with the name of... We also had to come up with a slogan name. A catchphrase, You know how Arby's says, we have the meat? That kind of thing. So, I'm thinking for a bit, and I come up with the catchphrase, disarming phones. Do you get it? disarming phones because my image, my Yodo was literally a cell phone that had sleepy arms coming out of it. That it disarming. But also cell phones can be bad, so we are disarming them like weapons. You get it? I came up with that one. So yeah. Okay, but yeah. Okay. So now, after that, we have to work on a team name. Now, I have to say, I'm talking about it right now, and I realize that from the way I'm talking about it, it probably sounds a lot more organized than it actually was. To you, it sounds like, oh, hey, they did this, and then they did that, and then that. But that isn't really what was happening. We were all kind of just on our own at the same table. We weren't really fully communicating. I just kind of went off on my own and I did the Yodo without telling anybody. And then, one of the boys asked me, hey, do you have a slogan? And then I came up with that on my own too. So, yeah. The team leader is basically just sitting there. I don't know what he was doing. He didn't really try to communicate that well. He kind of just sat there doing nothing. So yeah. Yeah. After that though, after I came up with after I came up with the what am I doing? The Yodo, and I came up with the slogan. We had to do a team name, kinda. And now this was the hard part. We had to come up with a team name. And now, unlike the other two parts, I really didn't know what to do. So I just started writing down on our shared Doodle dot every little idea I had for a team name. Now, keep in mind that everybody can see these. Why do I have this? Everybody can see these. So, yeah, I'm just typing down Team Falcon because I thought Falcon was a really cool name for a team name. You know what a falcon is? It's a bird of prey. So yeah, I decided that'd be cool, and I wrote it down. And then I came up with the name I didn't come up with that one. Sorry, I came up with Us Adent Phones, I think it was. It was Us Adent Phones. So yeah, I came up with that team name. And then a kid looked at it and he said, oh, why don't you make it We Adent Phones? WAP. Now, the kid who suggested that, he is going to be very important to the story. Let me just tell you this. Because he was the most talkative person in the group. Now you may be like, oh, that's good. Because it sounds like, from what you're saying, none of the students were good communicators. And you would be right. It would be like, oh, sounds like there's another person who can talk. But the issue was that he wasn't helpful at all. All of his suggestions that day were jokes. They were either racist jokes or they were sex jokes. Oh, what if we made it a black arm? And then he emphasized black. Now, if you don't know, my group had a kid with a darker skin tone sitting right across from him. And that kid was the team leader. And he was making all these jokes at him. Now, if you're asking me if the kid was actually racist, I'm gonna be honest, no, he wasn't. He was a joker, I know. Yeah, he was just like really getting a kick out of saying all of the jokes, okay? So yeah, no. He wasn't helpful at all. I'm gonna be honest, like, he did come up with a lot of catchphrases. And I'm gonna be honest, like, some of the catchphrases were okay, but a lot of them started to just be jokes. And yeah, he was really annoying and he wasn't much help. Yeah, he said, oh yeah, call it WAP. Yeah. If you're not a teenager, you probably don't know what WAP is. And I'm gonna be honest with you too. I didn't really know what WAP was. All I knew about the word WAP was that it was a word that had to do with sex. So I looked it up, and it turns out it stood for wet ass pussy. Not exactly the kind of thing you want as a date, as something related to your team name. But yeah, nope. Of course, nobody really cared. So yeah, when he suggested that we make it our team name, everybody was just kind of like, yeah, they weren't laughing that hard, but you can tell by how they were like looking down and covering their mouths that they were holding back laughter. You could tell. But yeah. Eventually, I said okay. So basically, I walked up to my teacher with our sticky note where we were supposed to put our team name and our slogan. And then I show it to her and I say, we ident phones. That was it. It was we ident phones. And now she says, and you won't believe what she said. She said, oh, that's not grammatically correct. And I was mad about that. Like, okay, so it isn't grammatically correct. What are you, a grammar Nazi? Because that was so annoying. Because like, we came up with something as a team, and she just said, "Oh, sorry, no, you guys can't do that one. It doesn't count." Because keep in mind that while I came up with a couple ideas for like what the team name should be, my best choices were United Ident Phones and the other one, the Phone Predators. I also came up with another one that was the Phone Predators. Yeah, we were hunting phones. And so the teacher decided to come over to our table and talk to us about our team name. And so, yeah. And now the team, they're like, well, what if we make it, what if we change it to we are ident phones, but the we are is shortened by using what do you call it when you put two words together by using one of the hanging commas? What do you call that? A conjuncture? A a conductor, maybe. But yeah, no, the point was that the teacher in the end said, phones aren't the issue. The issue about the book isn't cell phones. The issue in the book is that it's the overuse of cell phones and the algorithms that make cell phones like worse, because at the end of the day, a cell phone is a tool, and she basically just said that my idea sucked. Okay, she didn't say that. I felt really disappointed, so I'm just like acting like she said it a lot worse than it was. But I don't know, I was upset. So yeah, we had to go back to the drawing board and come up with a new team name. And let me tell you, she did not offer any examples. She was just like, well, it's not really, the issue isn't really phones. A phone is just a tool. The issue is like the algorithms and like the systems in charge that make cell phones unsafe for kids and all that. And do you know how hard it is to come up with like a team name out of that mess? You see, we against phones was easy because we are against cell phones. What are we supposed to put now? We are against the systems that make cell phones bad? No, that didn't even flow well. You don't call Burger King the place where burgers are made and the mascot is a team. You just say Burger King. You don't talk about if he's actually a monarch or not. That's dumb. Eventually, I managed to come up with a couple names for it. I came up with the name idea of, like, Protection Shadrad. It was Protection Shadrad against technology addiction. That's what I came up with. It was Protection Shadrad against cell phone addiction. That's what I called it. So yeah. Apparently the teacher likes that one. So I'm pretty sure that is probably what we're going with. But man, I cannot tell you like how much the team sucked. Because there was a Dale who sat there and she barely said a word the whole period. Yeah, if I had to rate on the team who talked the most to the least, I'm pretty sure it was the Joker kid. It was me. It was the kid sitting next to me who is apparently good at baseball. He's good at baseball. I know that about him. Because he showed me his acceptance letters into like, not acceptance letters, it was like, it was when a university wants you because you're good at a sport. Yeah, he basically showed me a bunch of those, and I was just like, oh, that's cool or something. Do I have the song on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, and now after that, yeah, it was that kid after me, and then it would be, what would the other kid? The Yeeter. Yeah, the Yeeter taught the second yeast out of everybody. So yeah, no, you need to talk Yeeter. If the Joker talks more than you, you suck at yeeting. But you know what? I can't be mad at him. He didn't even want to do it. He was pretty much forced to do it. So yeah, I'm not actually that mad at him. He didn't even want it. I did it. Okay? So anyway, after that, nothing much happened. We had to do a team building activity, so we basically just asked each other questions the whole time. So yeah, pretty boring after that, I admit. But man, I was doing all the work, and I'm just gonna be honest, we're gonna fail. Yeah, I do not have hope in any way for this project. We are gonna fail. Because the thing is, it is a team project without any guidance. You have to come up with all the ideas yourself. You have to come up with every project. You have to come up with every single thing you do. Like, you don't get a list of assignments. You come up with them on your own. So yeah. Okay, I really want to talk more, but we only have a limited amount of time, and I just finished doing bad number 6. So this will be the end of video number 6. And I hope to see you guys next time. Bye!